Howdy. Oh, why is this so loud? On Discord, I've been told. Oh, I have been told as well that it's really loud. And actually, so yeah, I'm waiting for or making you wait because of this. I guess I should lower this, but still, okay, still peaking. If I talk, okay, that's too loud. Now, okay, and then now I should be alright ish most of the time. But why the fuck is this? Sometimes things just happen. Whatever. So today I'm gonna finish Windblume. Probably gonna play the Windblume minigames as well, because I haven't done any of that in the meantime, even though I expected. But we'll see how that goes, how long the story will be. Because the interesting part here is that characters interact with each other. Yeah, and that's... Now it's probably because I'm further away, it's probably echoey more, the sound, my voice. Or maybe I became much louder while I was sleeping. Because I was sleeping. Because my biorhythm is like all over the place. Yeah. It's not funny. But that's when someone works during the night, then that's the situation. After 1.5 years, I mean, I think it was way before I reached 1 year working in this place that my biorhythm became chaotic. However, I can still do my writing stuff, which is... I wouldn't say that it slowed down. It got interrupted in some ways. So it's slowed because of that. It didn't stop though. It's just yeah. For example, I'm making changes. It's like not anybody knows basically the whole main story. Some people are reading the first chapters that I've already written, but for example, nobody knows the end game that I'm going for. However, they know some aspects, and one of those are, I mean, people who didn't even read them. One of those are that I'm writing the chapters following certain characters, but it's like every chapter is a different character. That's what I'm saying. That it's never like I'm starting with one of the main characters, one of the most important characters, because of the story, and because we have to establish that he is one of them. Because it would be very convoluted if I would start with someone who I would consider as a supporting character, and that would be the focus first, and then we would realize that it's not even about them. However, it's like not when I'm going after the or more like I'm leaving the main character or one of the main characters behind, then you realize that we're following most of what happens from other perspectives, because I'm never returning to telling the story from the perspective that follows his perspective, because every time I'm following a character, then they have inner monologues, their inner thoughts, and in those segments only their thoughts are shown that way, like they are talking to the reader. Now, so that's why how the characters are pictured and shown. That's a very important thing, and yeah, I've been working a lot to establish the characters. Some are like changing during writing, or when we introduce a character. So, for example, there was a character that I really thought that would be just like in for very small aspects of the story, and he became much more prominent. But I did not follow that character yet. But it grew in that level that I will follow in a chapter that character. So that's why that character has this type of focus. Now there's another character that has this focus, and at this point it's a she, but I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me. So at this point there is like too many of these female characters. So I've been following. This is the third female character that I follow, and there was two before of the males that I follow, and after this there will be another female character that I will follow. Yeah, and because of that, so it's like the dynamic is there that some of the characters have to be female, and this character has characteristics that are more like a male side, but I did not know that because some conflicts that I've written while I was writing like exactly the chapters, they came up during writing, and I didn't even think that there, because I'm not establishing some parts that way that it has to follow, for example. So there are like no very few outer characteristics, like visual characteristics of my characters. So anybody could imagine whatever they want when they will read my story. So I'm only establishing those type of characteristics that are important to be established. And the fact that this character became a female character was like just my first picture in my mind. So I stuck with it. And then later I realized that nothing indicates that this character should be a female character, but it disturbs the balance. And it's like almost retrospective. So I'm at the end of that chapter that focuses on that character, and now I will have to go back and rewrite everything that included this character and make it a male character. And it's not because I have to. So it's not like a. So it's more like I think that because of that it would be better. If you know what I mean, because yeah, it's better that way. I think in every aspect, and it was like just a realization a few days ago for me. There were a lot of things in this chapter that I had to go back and forth to make it authentic, and like I don't like plot holes. I don't like if there are stuff in now this is too low. I don't like stuff that happens in movies and like connections that are either unexplained or unexplainable in that way, or basically just they don't make sense from the reading perspective. That it's like contradicts something that was established earlier. So I'm really careful about that, even though I think that I will not be able to maintain this without any plot holes until I write the story. So for that I will need proofreaders to find some stuff that I'm overlooking, or probably some stuff that might not be even important, but I've written. So we could make it shorter, because this will be a long story. Sorry about that. Allergies. Like my excuse to blow my nose every time. But the thing is that writing this story gets, from the writing aspect, just it gets more and more serious every time. Even the storyline gets more serious, I would say. But it was serious from the beginning. It has some funny stuff in it. And of course, it's like not. But it's not a comedy. It's not a comedy at all. It's just sometimes some characters have some stuff that they say that is like probably that makes it more realistic. Alrighty, so what am I doing? I have no idea. This is loud. But I am loud. Why am I loud? Still. So I really hope that it's still. I really hope that it will not fuck up everything. Like every time I use something like Discord, but even on Discord I was putting my voice lower. I think about close to this amount. So what happened to my microphone that it's like working on double power? Will I say? Should I say? The profile purpose of practice. Oh yeah, this that I don't really play. Sometimes I play the TCG, but only the weeklies. It's like a chore. And it's interesting and sad that I don't wait. Could we always buy 100? Oh, it's the cooking part is the 99. Okay. That I don't feel like I have the need to
more speed.
Need to play the TCG just for fun. Okay. For example, let's go and do this one time. And this will be like not fun. I mean, I don't have my fun with this boss. But whatever. Of course. I always forgot, for example, to not start my skill right there.
Crush.
Solidify.
Okay, come on.
Fuse is lit.
Ah, almost.
Gather.
Where are you going? Okay,
Beg
let's
for
get
mercy.
rid of this.
Crush.
Solidify.
Alright. Oh shit. Okay, no, not you.
Stabilize.
There you go. Yep. So now we have some time. And the thing is, oh, that's not even bad. The thing is that I'm going for leveling up Noel. I mean, as you can see, so here Kole is already I mean, I think I will level up Kole and Shinobu. These are the two that I'm planning to level up next. Noel just until level 79 and you know, ascending basically. Probably stay at level 70 for a long time, because why go further? And also these two after that. Then these last two I don't know yet whom I would go for. But other than that, up from Candace and and just maybe a day from Noel upwards, we can find everybody leveled up. I mean, even Chichi is up here with talents. Okay, maybe I should put a little bit more, but this was the most important because, yeah, she's a physical Chichi right now with the Ocean Hue Camp, and it's fun. It's just, oh, for example, these I should level up, but as you can tell, it's not a priority, because why would I prioritize Chichi? But for example, here's this little chick. Oh, there are some stuff that I could level up, but can you see how ugly these are? I mean, maybe this is even better because this is just horrendous. Defense. Why do I have? Oh, but even that is a terrible defense. I don't need that. That is a crit rate. If there would be like, okay, let's even check on it, just for fun. What will be the fourth thingy that we would get? So that's why. So yeah, basically that's it. That but if I would, and probably I do have better part than this thing. Crimson. Okay, even elemental mastery would be better there. Even this one. So oh, defense. defense, HP, attack. Okay, this could be good. Defense. Defense. Why do I have so many defense crap? I mean, probably because at one point I want to make Xinyan like its natural build, whatever. The thing is that some of these stuff, some of these artifacts I should go for a level. For example, at one point I would want to make my gene like working in some way, but I'm not doing it yet. I should make. Okay, Barbara is kinda. I didn't even check how she performs. that way, but she should be quite good. Okay, okay, that was enough. Whatever. The main thing is that there are not many characters that I can still level up, and so I would want to get everyone ascended and their talents up to 888, and ascended to level 79 at least. And then from there, it's just like every character. I could go for this last ascension, the last 10 levels, and going for that one. Because after a while, if you don't get new characters, then there's like you're not really doing. So I could go for artifacts. I could go for Mora and XP materials to just have my resin spent. But first, I would go for the characters to level up, and then go for the artifacts, because the artifacts are altogether, if they are leveled up and they are not absolutely terrible, then they are enough, because there's no need for the best artifacts in this game. If you want to have the best numbers, but I don't care about that, so that's why I'm not going for it. What am I going for then? The story. The only thing that I am here for. Navigate. Like really. This game doesn't seem to offer anything else. Wow. Alrighty. Scrolls. Okay, that means that we should make a picture. Okay. Or should I stand on this side? But look at her. Okay. Alrighty.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously.
Okay. Too late. Should I get rid of this thingy for the picture? Whatever. It stays there for now. Oh, it should have been like this instead. Okay.
Knights
then...
and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail.
Right. Can I actually do it that way? Because I forgot what she is doing in her idle animations. So if I stand like even closer a bit. Yep. Will Sucrose look down? That's the question. Probably not, because I think she would have looked down previously as well.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words.
Oh. What the fuck, man? Why are you there in my picture? Okay, so I do have to do it from this side. Otherwise, we're not gonna see anything from it. This will take a lot of time again. Why does that guy have to stand there?
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail.
Why can't I? Okay. Okay, dude, you're not in the right place. No, not that's not it. That's what I was going for. Anthony. Yep, that was an important move. I had to do it. Okay, so that's still not it. Maybe after 8 or after 10. When do the characters leave? Yeah, okay. So now he's not there.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously.
Alrighty. Really hope this will be the one that I'm going for. That's one, but that's not the best, but what one? Okay. We don't need the legs that much. Okay, dude. Shit. So still not the right. So I have to look even like there. Maybe that's too much. Okay, exactly at her. That should be alright. Fuck this. It would be so cool if we would be able to trigger like idle animations that we want to make a picture of.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you alright. Mark my words.
There. Not the best. But if I turn that way that it would be in front of her, then so I'm looking at Sucrose here exactly, and it's in that way. So I should be, if I want her to, should be looking this way. On the other side. Let's see. No. Like this. Okay, let's see.
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail.
Maybe this will be it. That's also. Do it. Do it. There. That's what I was going for. That's what I was going for. Took a little while.
Sucrose, we're here! Oh, Traveler, Paimon. I only just arrived myself, so I'm still getting ready. Ah, and Kale just passed by a moment ago. She said she had some things to sort out at the inn where she's staying, but she'll meet up with us when she's done. Apparently, Tighnari and Sino both went out, but she stayed behind because she wanted to help us.
Understood. How has progress been on your end?
Not too bad. After reviewing it again with fresh eyes, I came up with a new theory which seems to hold some water. I'll attempt to explain it as simply as I can. I believe that each of the 4 things in the prophecy refers to a different field of knowledge. So, in a way, the prophecy is a test of the reader's intelligence. But it's unlikely for any one person to have expertise in all these different areas. So I suggest that we seek out one expert from each and get their opinion. Also, in 2 out of the 4 areas, the prophecy seems to want us to find specific people. It may even turn out that the people themselves are the answers.
So it sounds like we should put our heads together and list out the people who can help us.
NPCs.
Exactly. I think we can go through each riddle in turn and generate 4 groups of names to match the 4 questions.
Makes sense.
Alright, then let's start from group 1. The first riddle was, a flower that is not of this world.
Personally, I would still go with Albedo for this one.
Oh.
Alchemy is the most likely to have to do with otherworldly things, and he is by far the leading expert in this regard.
It counts as an expert too, you know.
Exactly! You're the creator of the tetratanic sweet flower. Who knows? Maybe that's the flower we're looking for.
Huh? You really think so?
Oh, but what about Tighnari? He's a forest watcher and knows all about plants. If it's a flower we're looking for, maybe he's the man for the job.
All right, I'll add him to the list as well. On to group 2. This subject is a guide who will never get lost.
Venti definitely. So we're taking those from our party. So Venti definitely. Oh, sorry. I'm interested if Paimon's name will come up. It's not like I would think that she would never get lost, but either she gets mocked by the traveler, or she will be praised like everybody in this game. Now, who else is a guide? Can Sino be a guide? Kinda, I don't know. Okay.
That's kind of abstract. Does it just mean someone who never loses their way?
Wait, but they have to be able to guide others too. So it's not quite as simple as that.
Oh, so others will come up, but Mona is okay. Mona guided sometimes. Also, finds their way and guide others. It doesn't have to necessarily do with geography kind of way. So it's more like it could be like leadership. So then it could be Jean.
Oh, you mean Mona? Yeah, she definitely counts.
But that's why, because astrologer, because she said, but other than that, I don't think that she's like one leader type. It's more like Fisher is a leader type.
Mona. Yes, she certainly seems very confident, and she can use her astrology to guide people.
That part could be, but it's more superficial.
Would Bennett count?
Not really, Bennett. Okay, sorry about this scuffing. It's just it didn't do that bad in the last few hours. Whatever.
Well, his luck's so bad that as long as you go in the opposite direction from him,
Okay.
you'll always be going the right way, right?
Okay, that's a good point.
I see. I suppose I can't argue with that logic.
I could.
Add him to the list. Finding everyone won't take long, so one extra person won't hurt.
I know. Would Outrider Amber be a valid candidate for this category as well?
Amber could be, but still, why not Jean?
Yeah, she would. She's got a great sense of direction after all. As a matter of fact, when the Traveler and Paimon first came to Mondstadt, she was actually the one who gave us directions.
Yeah, like, go to the city. That was something.
Yes, she's certainly a good guide.
Is there anyone else?
Let me think. Yes, I believe there may be one more. Albedo once made a set of equipment for Mika from the reconnaissance company. He's their surveyor and an exceptional pathfinder.
That is probably him, but... Oh. Sorry, but I didn't know his character. I don't know about it yet, so how would I thought about it?
He's even instructed others in the discipline of surveying before. So, in my view, he's highly unlikely to lose his way, and would be very good at helping others find theirs.
Yeah.
Oh, another one for our list.
Wait, Kale should have been here by now. Wonder what's taking her so long. Sorry, could we continue our chat somewhere else?
Oh, you wanna go see how she's doing, right? Sure, let's all go.
Alrighty. Riddle amongst the crowds. Oh, that way. This way. No, that way. Higher and higher. Yo, lady.
Hi, Kale. Hope we're not intruding or anything. Is everything okay?
That look.
Sucrose, I was preparing some stuff.
He.
Is it time already? Oh no, I'm sorry.
Nicola seems to be wrapping gifts, and now she's frantically trying to hide it. I wonder who they're for.
Don't worry. The Traveler and I only just met up. We were just worried that you might get lost along the way, so we thought that we'd come get you.
Thank you. I'm ready to join you now. How's that thing going?
Tell us about the four riddles and the results of
So let's pick up where we left off.
Next up is the third line. One who would never lie. Anyone spring to mind?
maybe the look. Okay, but it's interesting that Venti didn't came up from the previous one, and he would. He does it all the time, like pranking people, mocking people, so that way. But Jean again in this regard, no wonder that Diluc and Jean are like two peas in the same bowl. But how's the saying goes? Whatever. In the same pocket. Whatever. Who would never lie? Sino? Very strict. Razor? Never lie. He would never. Who else from Mondstadt here? Barbara? Never lie. A lot of characters.
You really think so? Seems like it would be pretty difficult for someone in his position to avoid having to lie.
Yes, his secret alter ego, the Dark Knight hero, he must have to deny it if anyone asks. In that sense, he has a complicated relationship with the truth. Okay, so that's a different question, because that's like a righteous character that is like an alter as it said, an alter ego. So it's like a not like a split personality, but still personality-wise. Okay, because I consider Diluc's Dark Knight hero like the Batman Bruce Wayne kind of thing. So in that regard, I would say that Bruce Wayne is honest and no, Batman is honest and Bruce Wayne is covering for that. So Bruce Wayne lies more, I guess. And here it feels like it's the same situation.
Then what about Kaya? He's
No.
a cavalry captain and a rather popular figure, but...
Kaya lies a lot.
You think there's something fishy about him too, huh? Yeah, he's definitely a sneaky one. Bet he lies all the time.
Yeah.
I can't help but agree with you there. There's the tone-deaf bard. But on second thought, he wouldn't qualify either. He talks way too much nonsense. Is there anyone else we're missing?
Acting Grandmaster Jean?
Yeah, Jean.
She has a good name in that regard. But from what I know, she sometimes covers up the truth out of concern for those around her. For example, when Lisa loses track of time in the library and misses her patrol shift, Jean will come up with some excuse, like Lisa's ill today.
Well, then, Lisa.
Also, she sometimes makes up stories to get Klee to behave.
Well, then, Klee.
Like the one about the big monster that comes to catch naughty kids who don't go to bed on time.
Klee doesn't even know how to lie, I
That rules
guess.
her out?
White lies are still lies, but do we really have to reject her because of some harmless fibs? It's not like she had evil intentions.
Yeah, this prophecy seems very strict.
No, we're the ones being strict.
Ah, good point.
Rosaria doesn't strike me as the type of person to lie.
I haven't even thought about her. Interesting to bring her up here. Because I think she's more like in a way how Diluc is. But I never felt like she would like. But why doesn't like Barbara come up? Barbara doesn't even know how to.
Oh, Kale, you probably haven't met her yet, have you? She's a sister from the church who looks, a little scary and not very sociable.
Yeah, and Eula lies a lot about her vengeances. What gives you that impression?
She stopped by the alchemy bench once, a long time ago, and asked me about Albedo.
Now, Albedo is a good question here, actually.
I thought maybe she was trying to find him, for work or something. But when I asked, she just said that she was curious about him because he was so intelligent, and wanted to talk to his assistant to find out what he was like. A lot of people might have given a more tactful justification, but I could see in her face that she wasn't trying to hide anything. She was just very direct and straightforward. That's why I don't think of her as the lying type.
That's my point as well, basically. Because that's what I can actually relate to. Because, for example, it's not like I don't have white lies. I'm not saying about that, saying anything like that. But I think I say less than most people around me. Not like everyone. There are better ones in that regard. But mine's sometimes I choose the truth or saying something when it's even unnecessary, even though it's uncalled for.
Rosaria doesn't look like the sort of person you'd want to get into a fight with. Maybe she just fights her way out of situations that some people might lie to get out of.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that. I've also heard the other sisters say that Rosaria doesn't even make excuses when she skips choir. She just doesn't show up.
She's a tough cookie, huh? Let's put her name down. In that case, I think Sino fits in this list too.
Yeah.
True. Lying's probably more trouble than it's worth for someone like him. Kinda like with Rosaria. Oh, And Paimon also nominates Razor, but he couldn't lie to save his life.
Yep, Razor, as I said.
I've also got someone else in mind.
Noelle,
Noelle, the trainee knight.
yeah.
She's a very honest person. I don't think she'd tell a lie.
Alrighty, write her name down too.
Wait, there's one more person. You know, our long-standing staffer at the alchemy bench.
Timaeus?
Huh? You mean Timaeus?
Yes, him. Truth be told, he's been love-struck recently. He swore that he wouldn't say a dishonest word or slack off until he succeeds in getting the woman he loves.
Timaeus has a crush?
It's probably Sucrose.
Yes, that's right.
Well, who is it? Do you know her?
I've never met her. All I know is that she's from
Oh.
Timaeus says that she's fun, has a great personality, and is very, very good looking.
Oh, it's a red flag already. All great qualities, but that says nothing about her identity.
Since we're on the topic, helping Timaeus win the lady of his dreams was also one of my goals for this Windblume festival.
But how can we help with that?
I don't know. Make sure he uses nice paper and a fancy envelope when he sends letters to her. Help him pick a nice gift and wrap it properly. That sort of thing.
Yeah. I had the same situation once in the Avidia Forest. I helped another forest ranger out by delivering a love letter to the coworker she likes.
Yep, that sort of thing exactly. Oh, also, I helped him with some of the groundwork for one of his research projects. He must have appreciated it, because he gave me a refrigeration device that he's been developing as a thank you gift.
Is it any good?
I mean, it looks nice.
Huh?
Sounds like a no.
Huh?
Alright, guess we'll put Loverboy down on the list then.
Okay, so last of all, we have a legend that never ends. Anyone come to mind for this particular line?
That's Vanti.
Lisa, perhaps? A librarian understands books best, and aren't most legends written down somewhere?
Not necessary, but you have a point, and I agree with that.
When I think about legends, fairy tales and picture books come to mind.
Maybe Kale. She read a lot of fairy tales when Tighnari was teaching her to read.
Oh,
Do I count?
Why wouldn't you?
of course you do. I'll put you on the list.
Are you eligible for this one, Sucrose?
I prefer to read things like an illustrated analysis of alchemical substances and their uses, the fascinating principles of crafting, and hypotheses of life.
Interesting, because they are looking at this one from like a storyteller's or story reader's perspective, which I wouldn't have even thought about it.
Point taken. Paimon didn't quite understand any of those.
Klee might be a good choice. Her mother, Alice, is a renowned traveling author, so I'll bet she's been exposed to all sorts of myths and legends.
Alright then, Klee makes the short list.
Well, that should just about do it. Next up, we should go and ask the people on the list about the prophecy.
Do we have to ask absolutely everyone on the list? It seems like a lot of people.
It is. So, I was thinking that perhaps we should split up. That might make our search more effective.
Okie dokie.
It would be a very interesting point here if the game would say that, okay, there are two groups of people and we should choose. But if you do one part, the game itself does the other part. So that would leave us with not being able to play like half of the discussions in this regard. That would be... I don't think that it would be a popular opinion.
Also, I've thought of a method of
decision.
gathering feedback.
No problem. We can do that.
Righty.
You and the Traveler are practically joined at the hip, so you two can go together. I'll pair up with Kale.
Capable Kale and sensible Sucrose. Sounds like a winning combination.
Those are like good type of nicknames.
Okay. I promise I'll help. Capable Kale. Yeah, I got this. Rest assured that the unbeatable Traveler and Paimon will do our part too. Off we go.
Pithew and Paimon. Oh, that's
I plan on
like the
starting from the
PPs.
person with the most defined stronghold. So let's go to the library. Lisa should be there.
Stronghold. That's an, interesting word to use.
Maybe den? No, that's even worse.
Not in my eyes.
How about layer?
Yeah, works as well. But maybe the stronghold was the best. Huh.
Here we are, Lisa's lair.
Interesting, because we're not going with our group, and I didn't even check on the party. Maybe we were there.
Oh no. That was a bad word choice. Now Sucrose is using it. It's all my fault.
Oh, anxiety at its best. Even your successes are failures. Oh shit. But that's basically the best because L with an L, so Lisa's lair. It fits better. Lisa's den, Lisa's stronghold, those are not in that regard at least. They don't fit. I'm not really one who would go for these type of names that it has to be like Peter Parker, Bruce Banner, and whatnot. But I can appreciate when I find it. So it's not like I'm not using it because I don't find it appealing, applauding. I don't know words.
Lisa, might I ask if...
Huh? Not here. Oh, not there either. Shivijin.
Sucrose. Kale. What are you doing here?
I mean, it's a library. People can come and go.
I can only sucrose that they were Kale-ing on someone. At least that's as far as I know.
That part I get, and that's okay. Suppose that they were calling on someone. At least that's what. That's as far as I know. Okay. The delivery is not good, but the main idea it was cool.
Please, just stop it with these puns. I beg you. Are you trying to win worldwide fame for unfunny jokes?
This was the best one, I think, for now.
Is Lisa not here at the moment?
Surprising, isn't it? She went out. I'm afraid it's just us here looking for information.
Except me. I'm not here for information. Like you, I came here for an abortive search for the librarian, who is also my academia senior.
Oh, so you studied in the same darshan as Lisa?
That's right. Her mentor in Sumeru was also my benefactor.
Oh yeah,
We were both Altamont students.
Lisa's on a vacation in Sumeru. It's interesting that they included that. Lisa went on a vacation on the previous update, so I'm curious if they keep it in the same, because it was just touched and they left her there. So I'm very interested in where this goes.
Wow, that's cool. But wait, we're getting sidetracked. We came here to look for some information. Kale and I are investigating a prophecy, and we were hoping you all might be able to help.
Oh? What sort of prophecy?
Yeah, Sucrose and Kale take turns explaining the prophecy and the information that they compiled with the Traveler.
I see. You want to ask them about the flower that is not of this world, and me about the one who would never lie.
But there's no rush. You don't need to answer right away. We're just here to tell you about the situation. You can take your time to think it over and submit any thoughts you have in written form to the Sucrose mailbox.
The Sucrose mailbox?
Yep. I was thinking about it on the way. And although they seem like trick questions, there's a lot to mull over once you get down to the details. A quick answer off the top of your head might not go into enough depth. So, I decided to place a mailbox next to the alchemy crafting table. Everyone can submit their written answers there when they're ready. We don't have to call it the Sucrose mailbox, though. It could just as well be called the Sucrose and Kale mailbox. Or even the Sucrose, Kale, Traveler, and Paimon mailbox.
Or just the mailbox.
I think in this case, we can just go with your quick answer off the top of your head.
Sounds like a good solution. Certainly more reliable than verbal discussion alone.
Agreed. Certainly when it comes to discerning whether someone is a liar or not, you cannot simply take them at their word.
Understood. Once we've had a look into it, we'll place our replies into your mailbox.
Thank you all so much. Okay, let's tick them off the list and carry on working our way down.
Okay, so that was a lot of flies with one stone. Birds. Different storytelling than in Hungarian, whatever.
Already done.
I'm pleasantly surprised to see those two introverts getting along so well.
I wouldn't be. I think that's the easiest thing to pair introverts with each other, because they really do understand how the others can struggle with social interactions. So they probably not pushing the other over the edge, because they are concerned about how the others would be. So, for example, as an introvert with an extrovert is like an introvert would think that the extrovert wants to be like open and social, like in every situation, and they just would want to catch up to them, while that's like that probably would feel like pretentious and exhausting from their part, because they don't really understand, and maybe even the social one wouldn't really need that all the time, or maybe they are not that much of an extrovert. Like, for example, I'm a hybrid in that regard, but you know, when another introvert, you know, two extroverts go really well with each other, two introverts go really well with each other, because when one says that, okay, I had enough for today, I'm low on energy, I have to leave, they dare to say that to the other because they understand, and the other understands because they feel probably the same.
Do you get the feeling that Kale's return to Mondstadt has emboldened her more contrarian side?
Yes, I'd noticed that too.
Traveling and meeting old friends are both good for the body and soul.
Agreed.
And isn't rediscovering one's youth while revisiting old haunts a worthwhile pursuit?
When I first met Kale, she'd never known happiness or youth. But things are different now. Her Elazar being cured was a huge milestone in her life.
Definitely would be.
Kale is a very sensitive and introverted child. I'm sure you must have noticed that too, Albedo. From the time she's been in my care, I've observed that she's actually a very lively character by nature. But she had a very rough start in life, and it changed her.
So, might I assume that your respective claims of looking for plants and artists in Mondstadt were just pretexts?
Pretexts. That word probably has another meaning that I would think of. Oh! Okay, I should... I should go for this word. So it's an excuse, but in that regard, that an excuse like a hidden reason, you know, for doing something. Okay, I understand
wouldn't
it.
say that. Both Kale and Genius Invocation TCG are very important to me.
Would it really kill you to just say yes in this situation?
Fine. Yes. We came out of concern for Kale. She's been back to Mondstadt of her own accord several times, but it has led to no significant improvement in her mood.
I mean, it's interesting because Sino was using protection of Colei as a pretext. I'm using the word now, as a pretext for hiding his own reasons to come to Mondstadt, and now it's like he's reluctant to say the other, reluctant to say that as the real reason. That was the pretext. Oh, okay. I mixed it up in my head, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, it won't hurt to give her some more time. I believe that Sucrose might be able to help her.
Sounds like an extension of your own self-confidence as her teacher.
You could say that. In a similar vein, I've heard that Sumeru scholars often build their social relationships based on their academic ones. Is that true?
That's true for like every academy or university or college or whatever.
I suppose it might look like that from your perspective. Sumeru society is something of a special case. The reason it is known as the City of Learning is because all of its resources are in some way linked to academia.
I think from the academia's perspective, it's definitely seen that way, but I think that many people who are living there are living off of that fact that that the higher society is connected to the academia, but not everybody seemed like they were that strongly linked to the academia. It's just like part of their lives. That's definitely so. It has that type of connection, but not everyone's purpose is going with that.
As such, academic resources equate to social capital. It is not unheard of, for example, for people to build a family in order to pursue further studies. But the relationship between the three of us is not an academic one turned social. We've never even worked on a paper together for starters.
Oh, so the academic paper is the nexus of the academic family. Interesting.
On the academic side, I can see that.
I would think of us more as siblings. An equal and pure relationship, unaffected by academic considerations.
As much as I'd prefer not to admit it, that statement is not inaccurate.
I can understand that position. I have a younger sister myself, and it's only natural for me to be protective of her.
What? You're a maid, man. Is he? Wow, these are probably not even fitting assumptions. Maybe I forgot something here, or I don't know. Oh, he's talking about Klee. Yeah, he's probably talking about Klee, and he considers her as a sister. Okay, that would make sense. Okay, I was like, what?
What you described fits the idea of a city of learning, as I imagine it. The family is where all social relationships intersect. As such, a family founded on common goals may actually be more stable. By the way, who's the eldest between you?
Let's not go down this rabbit hole, please.
In terms of age, I'm the eldest, of course. He just doesn't want to admit it.
I mean, you have white hair.
But your mental age is younger than that. I dare say even by enough to be the youngest sibling. Perhaps I could bring Kale into this happy family to be your elder sister.
No. You will never see me admit to being the youngest sibling. Except perhaps as a last-ditch effort to turn the tables in a game of cards.
How would that be a reason for that? I mean, what? Playing cards and admitting that you're the youngest sibling. How does that go? Like cheating? Wait, whatever. But I mean, Tighnari is not doesn't struck me, other than his appearance, doesn't struck me as a young one. But still, Sino seems like personality-wise, but so other than looks and voice actors definitely Sino is the older. But with personality here, he tries to be funny and is childish. But other than that, when it was serious business, he was very serious. So it's like you cannot forget that people's seriousness and matureness shouldn't be judged by when they are fooling around, because like the oldest people who can be more serious and more mature, mature. I heard the different expression pronunciations for that one. So not the fooling around should be the measure. It's more like it. If anything, it would measure how confident they are with their mature self. Mature. For me, it's mature. Whatever, I would say it that way. From the major self. So Tighnari is more like always serious. Rarely doing these fun things. Sometimes he does, and it's cool. It's not. I'm not saying, but compared to the two, definitely.
Polly and Sucrose to it. Fingers crossed, all goes well for them. Now then, where should we go first? Let's try our luck at the bulletin board, shall we?
Bulletin board.
A lot of people tend to show up there at some point in the day. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Right? We rarely ever see that was so cool that we were talking and they were like leaving in the background. It's usually okay, Sucrose out and they are just running out of the picture and they are gone. It is cool to see them just walk away. Do that more, hoyovers. Oh, Razor.
Nice! Just as we hoped! There's a load of people here.
Oh, definitely a lot. Even Mika is here. Hey.
Huh? Even Lisa's here.
Oh, okay, so Lisa is back. Hi everyone, long time to see.
Hey there, Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while. How have you been?
We've been doing pretty well.
You look surprised, cuties. Is it because of me?
Huh?
Teacher is not at the usual place.
Oh, please. It's not as if I'm glued to my chair. I like to get out for a little fresh air every once in a while. Mika's here today, so I thought it'd be a good time to introduce him to Bennett and Razor. They're all out and about quite often, so it's helpful for them to get to know one another.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mika.
Hi Mika, good to see you again. Hello Mika, nice to meet you.
I look forward to working with you.
No need to be so formal. We've known them for ages. They're cool.
Windblume. Fun?
Actually, we haven't gotten to the fun part yet. We've been busy investigating a prophecy.
A prophecy? What kind?
A good one or a bad one?
Explain the prophecy and tell everyone what you've learned so far.
Gosh, that all sounds quite fascinating.
Interesting, because now her head moves the way her breast did at the beginning of the game. Even though there's a little bit of a movement, but it was crazy when the game started, and they probably patched it at one point, because I don't think that she and her character and the other characters that have the same physique does that anymore. But it was like if you didn't even want to look that way, that then the disturbance in the force there made you.
I can't believe I made it onto your list of names. You really think I'll be able to help?
Like, the list was basically to make everybody happy.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Believe in yourself. You're a first-rate adventurer, Bennett.
Yeah, you have your own squad, huh?
Okay, then in that case, I'll step up and present my thoughts on the matter. Except I forgot I'm not really good at organizing my thoughts. Oops.
Oh, there's no need to tell us all of your thoughts right here and now. Sakura said she'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench, so you can just write down your thoughts when they come to you, and drop them there.
A meticulous and efficient plan. Yep, that sounds like sucrose.
I will think also. Give me some time.
You still have other people on your list that you need to go see, right? We should leave you to it. Don't worry about us. We'll drop off our letters at the mailbox as soon as we're done.
Okay, bye for now. Let's head over to Star Snatch Cliff next. Maybe we'll be able to find some people there.
That's very specific.
And even if we don't find any familiar faces, you can see really far from up at the top. Maybe we can find people that way.
I mean, what I'm gonna use this opportunity for is to pick some. I think Cecilia is flower called.
Oh, you're working so hard. Do be sure to get some rest when you can. If you get tired, you know you're always welcome to visit me for a break and a cup of tea.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, lady. If that would be a man, it would be so creepy.
Where to next? Let me check my notes. Huh, this way. Got it. Kale, please follow me.
Okay. Okay, so trial. Huh. Okay, and what are they using? Interesting. I cannot check on the. Oh, I can check this one though. So we have some energy recharge, crit rate and crit damage. Crit rate is 2. I mean, the crit damage is low. Let's say it that way. Other than that, they are not really many HP, some EM. Many attack. Okay. All together. Okay, here it's okay. This rate is close enough. It's like a bit more than 20,000. Could be effective. Energy recharge is okay. Enemy damage bonus. There really is some, but that's on base side. Weapon fragments. That's cool. It's an R1, right? Can I not see it here? If it's an R1? Interesting. Right? Oh, talents. 8s, okay. 8s here as well. Probably constellations free and free. Yeah. Artifacts here, also noblesse. With the same. Stats, yeah, kinda. It seems like the same. Color is higher. Okay.
What was
They
that?
should be effective.
Oh, it's gone. Can I go take a look?
Noel, Amber, is that Eula and Klee? Okay.
Oh, it's our lucky day. There are several people over there.
Amber? Wow, and Eula's with her too.
Yeah, the first meeting is could be for introverts. Like,
Crows. And Klee also spies the girl with the long scarf.
so when introverts meet people for the first time, it's like exhausting for them. But if they have they find the others reliable and like good company, basically, for the first part, then the next time they don't get that much, or if at all, exhausted by them. It's more like comforting for them that it's somebody that they are whom they are already know. So yeah, I see that, like, they barely even met, and still she was happy about her.
Kale, we were just talking about you. Ah, right. I don't think you've been introduced to Noelle before. Kale, this is Noelle, maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Nice to meet you, Kale. I missed you the last few times you were in Mondstadt, so I'm glad to finally meet you in person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Noelle. My name is Kale. But you already knew that.
Relax, you two. There's no need to be so courteous. We're not on some kind of diplomatic mission here.
But this type of talk, on the other hand, would like pressurize them that okay, I was trying my best and now I'm told off because of it.
Klee, what are you doing here? Are you planning to blast some fish?
Nope. Klee's on patrol with the other knights.
Huh. Now that you mention it, it looks like everyone here's a Knight of Favonius except for Kale and me.
I'd heard that there was a very young knight in the ranks, but it's still a surprise to see with my own eyes. Kale, what do you do? I'm a trainee forest ranger in the Avidia Forest. Trainee? It means I'm not officially a fully qualified forest watcher yet. I'm still learning.
Oh, you're just like me. I'm still working towards becoming a fully qualified knight.
Technically, though the distinction is hardly relevant right now. This isn't a very formal patrol. We're just chatting.
Don't panic, Kale. Just pick a topic and join the conversation. Don't panic. Whatever you do, don't panic. It's just Amber and her friends. There's no need to be nervous.
Yeah, that's so accurate. That's so fucking accurate, and I really like that they are focusing on that part, because and they're doing it in a very subtle, not subtle, because it's on the nose. It's more like a not forcing way. It's like in a very friendly way, like holding your hands through it, if you're that type of person. And yeah, that's cool, because that's even if somebody is not deep in the anxiety hole, then they would easily feel these type of thoughts that Kale has. Like this is a spectrum, we all know it. For some people this is like so strong that they are like, oh, okay, I have to leave, and they sometimes show even that type of situation, that okay, it's better if I leave. Sucrose does it from time to time. Here, it's how Kale copes with these type of situations, and how the others are seemingly don't even know about it. and it's cool. It's cool. It's very cool.
Let me guess. Were you chatting about the new guests in town?
Yep. A few folks from Sumeru have come to visit, so we're brainstorming a few nice surprises for them.
Oh, that's cool.
Amber!
Because one of them is here.
Sorry, At least I didn't say anything about what the surprises are.
Amber!
Oh no. How am I supposed to join this conversation now? What do I say to that?
Yeah. So true.
Speaking of nice surprises, we've actually had a fairly big one recently.
What kind of surprise? Tell me! I'm saved. Sikuros is giving me a lead-in. Now, I just need to follow on from what she's already started talking about.
And that takes... Okay, I don't care what...
What an interesting prophecy. I have no idea what the answers could be, though.
That's the problem, because thinking about all this type of stuff, when you feel pressurized, that takes away from your competence when you're actually, like here, capable Kale. And she is really capable, but she performs above all these concerns that she's going through. So imagine that introvert and anxious people, without their anxiety, how productive they could be. And then you get someone like with ADHD type of people, who are usually like introverts and these not awkward, the word that I'm looking for, it's like maybe I was distracted by a Hungarian word that I... Whatever. So it's more. Let's just say with with the words that I already used. So they are on this anxiety side of things, and when, like, for example, streamers are in their own environments, and with having to interact only with their chat, that is like rolling quickly, which is as just as their minds. So they get distracted very easily, but not distracted by these type of pressure and this type of responsibilities, as they would feel like to not be awkward, and when they are free from that, then they are like hyperactive very much, and they very productive when that happens. So that's why when ADHD people, when people with ADHD can find their focus, then they are like they are the most productive people, as far as I know. And yeah, so what would be my excuse for that? Because I probably have, because that's also a spectrum, probably have a small amount of all of this. As I said, I'm a hybrid in the introvert-extrovert part, and I have the small amount that I can be empathetic with all this, and I understand a lot, and I feel some of it. Also, so I know what I'm talking about, but I'm not on that level. That for example, I know that I'm not distracted that way. I get distracted sometimes, and even when I'm talking, I finish in a completely different direction than where I was going for, or even forget what I was going for, and then just leave it at there, or talk way longer because there are so many other things that come to mind while talking with something, but about something. But still, it's and I will say that this is very I don't mean it in a negative way, but it will sound that way, that I'm not on that level that I could use it as an excuse. Or more like, if I would I would say that my level of ADHD or my level of introvert, my level of anxiety goes in the way. I feel that would be an excuse that is not really covering the truth. However, it could be that my anxiety makes me say that. So maybe I should get myself checked. But the thing is there still that I understand this, and it's really, without the pressure, freed up, it's the best thing for an introvert.
So essentially, you're gathering information to help you solve the riddles, correct? I'll do my best to help.
And everybody else will say that.
Thank you so much, Eula.
Anytime.
There's no need to answer right away. We'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench for people to drop us a note once they've thought of something.
I'll drop something in there for sure.
Nice idea. I think we can all commit to writing a note. We'll see what we can come up with.
Yep, don't worry. You can count on us. But we do have to finish our patrol first.
What route are you taking today?
We started in the Stormbearer Mountains and will end at the city gates. You'd be very welcome to join us, but it sounds like you're pretty busy with all this.
Huh, interesting. Rarely do I hear the pronunciation route nowadays. Even though it was hard for me to go for the route pronunciation, because around me everybody, because of routers, and we are using routers around here, and we pronounce it that way because that's what we hear from everywhere, heard from everywhere. So when I had to change it, because I thought that it's more accurate to say route, I was like, didn't even hear route that pronunciation like since then, and I'm talking about like 5 years at least, probably much more. So other than that, for me it's more like we have this conversation for the third time now, and we're going for a fourth one probably to Star Snatch Cliff.
No. There's always next time. We'll join up with you after we're done working through this prophecy.
Oh, yeah. So, we'll be on our way for now.
Yeah. And she probably feels saved.
See you later. Have a safe trip back.
She leaves as fast as she could. Sucrose is probably more comfortable with them at that point. She will confess.
Are you okay, Kale?
Was it that obvious?
No, not at all. It just looked like you had something on your mind.
So that means it was obvious.
Yeah, so even if it's the sliders, even if the cover gets discovered, then yeah, it's a letdown. It's a fail for them. It's so sad because yeah, it shouldn't have to be. Other people have those type of feelings as well. It's just more subtle. It's like not that obvious. But I mean, I cannot talk in the name of others, but I definitely can talk in the name of mine. But that it's not a problem, I think. But I'm empathetic with that. I definitely can see that. But those people who don't care about that don't matter. And their opinion don't matter. I know it's hard to accept that and hard to get because that goes against what the anxiety is about. But really, that's the main thing, that those people who don't care don't matter. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Whatever's bothering you, you can talk to me about it if you want. I'm happy to help.
Thanks, Sucrose. Well, the truth is, I don't really know how to act around Amber and the others.
Really? I thought you two were good friends.
And they are, but the others are
We
new.
are. Amber's a really important friend to me. I don't know. I guess if I'm being completely honest, the problem's probably with me.
Yeah, but it's... I mean, yeah, it seems that way when people... anxiety people feel that way. But it's more like because they cannot relate to... And Amber is an extrovert, definitely. And even though she would want to try to make Kale comfortable, but she has all these other friends who are not like that. Maybe mostly Noel is like that, who just is always pleasing and probably did not build her confidence up yet, but she's going that direction. College probably doesn't feel fit in this type of groups, like the odd one out. And it's... I could say small things about it, but I can mostly just feel their struggle, not being able to say that what is a solution for that, because I don't know exactly. It's in anecdotal situations could be that I know this and that, but it could be probably because I'm not that far off in that spectrum. That's what I'm saying.
The first time I came to Mondstadt, I was really immature.
Mature.
I didn't want to let people in, and I was generally pretty awful to everyone. Amber was the one person who didn't give up on me, and if it wasn't for her persistence, I wouldn't have found a friend at all. Without Amber, I might not even be here today. And because of that, I really look up to her. I think of her as my role model, and hoped that maybe one day, I could learn to be like her.
I mean, your kid is similar. In some ways.
But after trying and failing for several years, I think I finally realized. I'm no Amber, and I never will be.
And you shouldn't.
Looking back, it seems silly that I ever thought like that. We're nothing alike at all. My personality's so... weird. I always get so anxious and I overthink everything.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, Kale, don't say that.
Sucrose? Would it be okay if I told you a bit about my past?
Ah. The two girls come to a stop at a place with some lovely scenery. As the breeze picks up, Kale tells her life story from the childhood to her recent recovery from Elazar. Also, this had to take much bigger part, feeling for years or maybe your whole life like you are less, you can never be on that level than the healthy people, and you just have like a piece out of the life that could have been. Even if that changes at one point because you're cured or something, then years or a decade or of feeling like that, it's not going away. That's cool. Oh, she's shocked. That was a lot.
I already knew bits and pieces about her, But still, why did she have to go through all that?
I'm sorry. We've only just met and I'm already dumping all of this on you. This is why I get so frustrated at myself. I'm always doing this. I get into a spiral of self-doubt, and then I end up having to find somewhere to vent it all out.
That's something that I think it's healthy that way. And it's a very good thing that you can find somewhere to vent it all out. And it doesn't even have to be someone. I mean, it's a lucky thing, or even if those are more than ones. But it doesn't have to be, for example, the closest ones or something. But definitely have to be an environment that is able to understand or where you are able to cope with that kind of situation. But it's a good thing because burying it in yourself, it's like it's blowing up a balloon, and it only can take so much. At one point it blows out, you know.
No, it's fine. I'm really glad that you're willing to tell me all this.
Most people would feel, I mean, most people you would find to vent out on would feel like this.
People don't open up about their deepest feelings unless they really trust the other person.
That's, yeah,
Don't you
that's...
think? At least, I think it's kind of an honor.
Yeah, that you didn't see me nodding, but that's, yeah, that's the important part.
And, I mean, you've probably noticed by now, but I don't have the best social skills either. I always just end up talking about the things I'm interested in, and going on and on.
The coping mechanism and like... defense mechanism also, like she maybe subconsciously or something, but definitely feels or knows that when she's talking about science, when others cannot, when others can go with that topic, then there will be a good talk. When others cannot, then she is saved because she can stay in her knowledge of environment that where others cannot treat carelessly.
But even so, you still listen to me when I talk my head off about alchemy. It's a relief to listen to you talking about yourself for once. If you hadn't told me all of those things, I never would have guessed that you struggle so much. Honestly, I feel like we're very similar people.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. I certainly do. All the feelings that you talked about just now, I totally get it. It takes so much more effort for us introverts to fit into a crowd.
Yeah, the message is there, and that's very good. That's very good. That makes so it's the game tells in a shorter, condensed version that what I was talking about.
When you were saying about how you try to think about what to say in advance, and you're constantly terrified of saying the wrong thing and making things awkward, I relate to that so much. Oh, and also that part about studying under a genius. In fact, before meeting you, I'd never met anyone who seemed so similar to myself.
And also it's that I didn't play anything with the of the mini games, but the story-wise, this Windblume is already way above like my best, my favorite ones. It's up there for me with the epilogue of the Lantern Festival that we just had, you know, with that talk with Venti and Zhongli. That was fun as well, but this one is it just hits the nail.
very good at giving words of comfort or anything. And I'm not gonna tell you to just get over it or stop worrying about it. How about we just sit here for a little while?
Definitely,
We
that's...
don't have to force a conversation if we can't think of anything. We can just sit here together.
And that's gonna be so comfortable for her. Yeah, that's what she... that's what she needs. I mean, that's what she probably feels that she needs. And she's probably like, this person is giving me that. And I don't have to worry all the time.
Sucrose has stopped talking, but for some reason, this doesn't feel awkward at all. Maybe she's right, and we're more similar than I realized.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool.
Sumeru, I always like to find a quiet place to just sit and watch the scenery, but it's always by myself. I never thought there'd be a day when I could do this with someone else by my side. Mondstadt's breeze is so gentle and soft. Hey, Kale. See that cloud over there? Doesn't it look like one of my test tubes? I don't think so. Sorry. Then, maybe we're not quite on the same wavelength on everything. At least, not when it comes to looking at clouds in the sky. Thank you, Sucrose. I feel much better after talking to you. Yeah, it helps a lot, doesn't it? I also vent to my flasks sometimes. The next time I get the chance, I have to show you my Tetratanic Sweet Flower and my Tetratanic Windblume.
Your Tetra... what?
You will understand.
2 of my favorite things I've made. They're really cool. I think you might like them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll definitely have to show them to me sometime.
I brought some crackers with me. You want one? There's cheese flavor or tomato flavor.
And it's also cool because, yeah, Kale was looking up at Amber because she did a huge favor for her, and you should read the manga that's up in the Hoyoverse side to see how Kale looked. I mean, I'm not saying that I like that design better, but it was a more interesting design, how she arrived there, and the doctor looked so silly in that manga. I didn't even realize that the doctor is the same than how he was back then. But it's like a prequel to everything that happened here. It's there. You would understand why Amber is so important to Kale. However, they are really like not in the same social level, and I think that for Kale from now on it would be Sucrose, and also Sucrose is much more interesting now. So they will be in the same group from now on, and I really like that. I really think that this way, when these type of people meet this way and find this common ground, that's so important, so relieving. I don't think that I can have a better word for that. I would feel so relieved in both of their places.
Sure. I'll try the cheese one.
Aw, look! They're enjoying the scenery together.
Shall we go play with them?
Nope.
No, it's fine. Let them sit for a while.
We're not what Kale needs right now. She needs a new friend. Someone different, who's never met her before.
I don't get it. Is there a difference?
Very much.
There is. You'll understand once you're a little older, Klee. People can draw different kinds of strength from different kinds of friends. And right now, Kale needs someone that's just not the same old me.
Okay, she understands it. Oh, that's so cool. I will have goosebumps in just seconds. I can feel it already. What? Yeah, okay. Talk to Lynn. Oh, that's where is she? I don't see Lynn. Then we're not gonna talk to her. Alright. You want it for yourself.
Shudder.
That was it? What else? Okay, okay, okay. Oh, you too?
Beg for mercy.
Those are quite hard hits. Okay, let's go and wait. Let's go and wait. That's not what I wanted to say. Okay, so that's the ruin guard there. Because I take a few steps and the story will start. And where do we have Cecilia? Is this here? At this point, there should be already some. Huh. Here we have. So I do have to get up to the cliff already for these. I thought that there were some below. Okay. Are the two lovers sitting up here? Doesn't seem like it. But why not? Interesting. I would be curious if when we start the game, right there, you know, and we would look up when the two lovers are sitting there, would we be able to see them or find them there already?
More speed.
There's some. I have a bit of like new mail. Oh, Shanna. Whatever. I think I'm gonna, but it will start the thingy if I get too close. So close. There's some more. I rarely ever get in here, so that's why. Oh, there's some more. Alright, alright, alright. I can see, I can see. Why am I lagging? Not much, just a little. Saw it. It's like certain levels and points. What else? I think we got everything. Yeah.
Star Snatch Cliff! We made it! Paimon hopes we find someone we need here.
I mean, we didn't see anyone.
Help! Oh, I beg you, please don't let
Timmy's.
go.
Whoa! Oh.
Let's hurry and take a look.
Let's hurry and take a look.
Timaeus? And we also have Rosaria and Mona?
Oh, Mona is also
What
here.
kind of mishmash ensemble is this?
What? And where's Fischl?
Good question. What kind of a motley crew is this?
It's been a while, traveler.
Greetings, everyone, and happy Windblume Festival.
You two are looking pretty good. I trust you've been well.
Yep, we're definitely faring a lot better than this poor guy on the ground.
Hey, please don't rub salt in my wound. I really have been trying my best.
Oh, you're one to talk. If this sister hadn't grabbed you in time, then you'd have been seriously hurt, if not dead.
I know. I really am grateful, miss. I can't thank you enough.
Don't mention it. Just lending a hand.
Quite literally. And had she not lent him a hand and pulled him up, he would have gone tumbling down the cliffside.
What happened? Did Timaeus almost fall off the cliff?
Well, so what actually happened was I came to Star Snatch Cliff today to pick some flowers and ran into Mona on the way. She took a look at her scry glass and advised me to turn back because it would be dangerous.
But you still came up here anyway?
Yeah.
Well, yes, I did, because there's something I just had to do.
Oh, I hardly think giving flowers to your crush is worth throwing one's life away for.
Oh, so the lovers are here during the night. Because this guy is here because of that, I think.
It's rare to run into someone with a death wish in this area.
I don't have a death wish. I just didn't think it would really come true. I mean, when Mona said it would be dangerous, I thought I'd be fine as long as I watched my step cautiously. I'm sorry, okay? I was wrong. I'm telling you, I'm just here chasing the love of my life. Love-struck Mondstadters is what the Windblume Festival's all about.
Yeah.
Okay, that explains you. But why is Rosaria here?
I was looking for a quiet place to escape the crowds. I wasn't planning on having to save a life along the way.
Hey.
So that's why the scry glass just showed danger instead of fatal danger.
Very funny. Anyway, Traveler and Paimon, what brings the two of you to Star Snatch Cliff?
Just trying our luck. We've got a lot of people we need to see today, so we've been all over the place. Actually, you're some of the people we were looking for.
Huh?
You tell them about the flowers in the information given in the
I
mailbox.
see. So all we'll need to do is find some clues, make a note, and drop it off at the mailbox?
Yep, and why do you have cat eyes compared to others? Like, there's no other character with these type of pupils, or iris.
I can't believe there's a prophecy like this, let alone that I have a part to play in it. Oh, I guess this means everyone will find out about my crush now. I came here because I wanted to give some Cecilias to the girl I love. They'll really suit her. She's...
So it's white flower with suit. Okay.
No one asked. Please, do not subject us to your gushing about your girlfriend.
Oh, you saw right through me.
You said you need clues, right? Well, in that case, Mona Magistus the astrologist will provide you with a personally handwritten letter. Just wait for it to show up in your mailbox.
You can be on your way now. We won't keep you any longer.
That's for everyone, I guess.
Alright, then let's head back for now and meet up with everyone else.
Bye for now, everyone. Timmons, please try to be safe. Stay safe.
Will do. This is all so embarrassing. Thank you both.
Yep. Yeah, there are the lover ones. Okay, so they wouldn't be visible from downstairs.
Oh, Marvin.
Oh, Marvin. Oh, Marvin. Huh. Alrighty, so who would be a goal from Liu? Okay, let's see it. Not this way, but this way. So, nope, 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 nope. Oh, but not her. She have probably never met. Yilan, unlikely. Hu Tao, unlikely. Ganyu? She was here. Was she? At one point. Ningguang, unlikely. Shangling. Beidou, unlikely. So it could be Shangling. I mean, if it's from these characters, but probably not. That's what I'm thinking. Kaching. I don't think that these would be characters that would he would go for. So it's probably another NPC. Back to the bushiness. Hey, mailbox.
We're back! Oh, but it looks like you two beat us.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Yeah?
Yep, we managed to find and talk to everybody.
We got back a little early, so we took some time just now to put the mailbox together.
Alrighty.
We got really lucky today. The vendors were feeling super generous, so we didn't even need to pay for the materials. It's just a shame that Kale got a splinter.
Yeah, cute girl, not problems. But like, hey, take these for free. Here you are.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to working in the rainforest. I get splinters all the time. I've already taken care of it. We've already wrapped up everything on our to-do list for today. So, all we need to do now is wait for everyone's letters to arrive.
And that will be the first one.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you get some rest while I keep an eye on the mailbox?
You're definitely your master's student, Sucrose. As long as you or Albedo are around, Paimon can relax and know that everything's taken care of.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Why would that be an embarrassment?
Wait.
Embarrassment.
There's one thing that still needs taken care of. Paimon's starving. Traveler, you wanna get dinner? Your treat.
Your treat, alright. I guess I'd better go get Paimon some food.
I'll go with Sucrose to return the leftover materials to the vendors. You two, go get a proper meal. We can't have anyone going hungry. Yeah, now would be a good time for a break. Once everything is ready, let's meet up here again and collate all the information we've gathered.
Who would you be? Is that Shneznayan uniform? It's probably.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, we can figure it out. No. I mean, that's Fatui uniform, not Shneznayan, so... maybe I won't be able to figure it out. Yo?
Paimon will have this one, and this one, ooh, and this one.
Hear that? It's the sound of more pouring out of my wallet.
Hey, Paimon's really hungry! And don't forget, Paimon's also ordering for you too. It's not like Paimon's gonna eat everything by herself.
Why wouldn't I decide what I'm eating? Now that Paimon mentions it, you realize that you two are ravenous. The two of you stuff your faces. Stuff your faces. Okay. It feels pretty good to just relax and take in the scenery after all that great food.
Is everything packed up and ready? What do you think about meeting up at 5 to go to my house?
Yes, everything's ready. I've packed some great wine and smoked ham. Oh, your parents will love it.
Ham? Look, we've known each other for quite some time now. Don't you think it's been long enough for you to remember that we only eat bacon in my house?
Huh.
I must remember to get some milk today on my way home. Please, feel free to pay a visit to Cat's Tail anytime.
Okay.
Enjoying the scenery?
Hey, Auntie.
Oh, Tone Deaf Bard! Are you here for some food as well?
Should we order something for you?
Oh, I can put something on your tab? Well, that's a pity. I already had a few drinks before coming here.
And? That's not food, that's drink.
I shall take you up on your kind offer another day. There should be no shortage of opportunities in the future. Anywho, you should be getting ready to thank me. I come bearing good news.
What kind of good news?
Behold!
It looks like paper with a simple map and something like an incantation on it.
What is it?
It's what you need the most right now. The answer to the prophetic puzzle. Simply head to the location marked on the map and you'll find the lantern you've been looking for. However, if I were you, I wouldn't just go and reveal the secret right away. As you've seen, a lot of people have been laboring hard to uncover the answer.
Oh, so the others on it too?
A secret is like a well-aged brew. The aroma from the bottle is sweetest when revealed in the company of friends.
I understand.
Then it's settled. I'll leave you to your business for now. Feel free to find me for a chat again once you're done working through the prophecy. Also, if you have some time, we could organize another fast-track love poem class.
Oh, you're starting that up again?
I sure am. Nobody else has signed up this year, though, so the duty to learn falls on you. Anyway, see you later.
The duty to learn.
He always looks so relaxed whenever we run into him. Paimon can't help but be jealous.
Excuse me, if you don't mind.
Oh.
Could I chat with you for a moment?
Okay,
Oh?
so
Who are you?
she comes out of the door.
You may call me Scarlet.
Yeah, Schneznayan, definitely.
Just like you, I'm a traveler visiting Mondstadt from another land. Mind if I buy you a drink?
I'm not drinking today, but thank you for offering.
Leaving the door open for another time, I see. I can tell that you've dealt with a lot of people during your travels.
You can tell? Well, we are very experienced adventurers after all.
I can. That's why I tried to strike up a conversation with you in the first place. I was on my way to go shopping earlier when I overheard your conversation next to the crafting bench. From what I could gather, you are trying to investigate a bizarre prophecy?
Yep, bizarre is definitely the word.
Don't you think it sounds just like the kind of story that would happen in Mondstadt? Anyway, that's why I wanted to ask you a favor. If and when you manage to unravel the answer to the prophecy, could you let me know what it is?
Are you interested in it too?
Not so much the prophecy itself, but Mondstadt as a nation. That's what I'm interested in. I was born in a distant land, but I have family and friends who once lived in Mondstadt for a long time. They said that it's a great place full of fairy tales and romance and recommended that I come for a visit. As it happens, someone I know has an anniversary coming up soon. So I figured this would be a good time to come here and see all the sights that she once saw.
What do you think about Mondstadt so far?
It certainly lives up to its name as the city of romance and freedom.
We think so too.
So, about the prophecy.
No problem, I'll let you know if I find the answer.
Thank you. You're very friendly. It's been a real pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, it's the same, but you're sus.
I'll leave it to you then. Hope you continue to enjoy the city and have a wonderful day.
I mean, nation based on Russia and a spy named Scarlet coming from there. It's you know, it makes me think that she could also be called Natasha. Just out of the no, out of.
She definitely isn't dressed like a local, huh? Where do you think her hometown could be?
Please find me a flower that is not of this world, and a guide who will never get lost.
How do you know that?
Find me one who would never lie, as well as a legend that never ends.
Ah, Rosaria is on it. Huh? Huh?
I never thought I'd have someone secretly following me, even in a free city like Mondstadt.
Huh.
Good day to you, miss.
Huh. The thick platons wait till next morning 8:12. Ventis note. What's Ventis note? Shall be Windblume gift. What's Ventis note? Oh, we have to go do quests for these, and I didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Whatevs. Whatevs. Okay, Ventis note. That's not it. A paper with a simple. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's. There are a few stuff that I still did not figure out, like a lot of these, for example. And also, not these. Here, these in Economia. Yeah, I'm a bit behind. I need to find 4 of these. I know one, where one is, and that's why I'm not using the thingy, because it would point out that one for me, and that's like waste, and it's not cheap. So until I cannot get all, but I don't know how would I be able to use that bottle to get me to one of them. Oh, yeah, time. Until 8. Of course, it's the next day 8. It's time!
Sucrose and Kale at the crafting bench!
They are. Oh, it became a bulletin board. And that's not really a photographic point.
Hey, we're here!
Hey! Hey!
Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups.
Nice work!
Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Well, as we go, like the first part of the prophecy first. Job of the clouds. Okay, it started. It's on. Oh! That was intentional. And you guys are dead. So, take a look at the clue board. Oh! Legend That Never Ends then. It was unintentional click, but read Liza's Cleese Colay's other letters. Lisa. Legends were created by humans. In that sense, no legend endures forever, and all stories must end in regret someday. But as long as a good story lives in people's hearts, it does in some way live on forever. That's the conclusion I've come to after years. That's the conclusion I've come to after years of reading anyway. Best of luck, little cuties. I think it's more like not that much as a reader, but more like a writer that I would agree with this. I wouldn't say that it must end in regret someday, but end. So I would take out the in regret. This I can definitely, and here I think writers would understand it better. But that's other than that, I agree with everything here. Clee. Mom writes travel guides, but she did have friends who wrote fairy tales, so Clee's heard that a story its author spends their whole life writing will always be a good one. I could see that. There's no way that someone, even a talentless writer, if they are doing it consistently throughout their whole lives, that it would stay that way. So that story would definitely be a good one, not necessarily a finished one. For example, Tolkien. It's a very good word and very good stories that he made, but he did not finish, and I think he would have needed more lives than just the one that he had. Because that world is so big and so full of life and so full of connections in there. So yeah, that's a good example. So I agree with this one. Kola is there. I think A Legend That Never Ends should be a story filled with hopes and dreams. It works like a baton that's passed on from one person to the next, offering something meaningful to everyone that it touches. I was once greatly encouraged by such stories, so I think I'll be going with this answer. I don't... Okay. So it's a very romantic view. Also, if a story is filled and probably based on hopes and dreams, would be a legend that never ends, then that conclusion that we are looking for in that type of story, that's missing there. So I would go for not agreeing, at least not with the first part. The next part, definitely, I agree with that. The encouragement, that's what it's about. So it's very much the reasoning is there. It's more like just with the very beginning that I think it should be concluded with some kind of happy ending if it's about hopes and dreams. Not leave it hanging. Other letters. Flower that is not of this world. Tighnari. Wow. After a conversation the other day, I went over the prophecy's wording carefully. A flower that is not of this world sounds more like a logical paradox. I think about it. If a flower is not of this world, its existence cannot be perceived. However, if it can be perceived, it will not fit the description of the prophecy. Interesting. As such, my view is that the riddle's answer doesn't have to be a real plant. However, I must also note, with all due respect, that the person who came up with this riddle may not know all the plants in the world, and I dare say that no one could make such a claim. From this perspective, you could even think of some rare plants as potential candidates for the answer. Attached is a list of rare plant species. I've added a short description to each entry, and I hope you can find your answer within them. Best wishes to you. Okay, so this is a clue. This gives us clues, basically, and shortens list if we are talking about actual plants. Albedo. A flower doesn't sound like an existing species or something, so they are agreeing on that, created through specialized cultivation techniques. With that noted, I believe we should think out of the box. After reviewing what I've learned over the years, I have now reached a conclusion. Sucrose also came to discuss her thoughts with me. She hasn't yet decided on an answer at the moment of me writing this letter, so I won't be revealing my own conclusion right now. What the fuck? We can discuss it in detail when we meet, and I hope everyone else will bring their respective answers too. I see you then. Okay, Albedo. So close. It feels strange to insert a letter into the mailbox that I made myself, but I did find my answer. At first I thought that the flower created using alchemy would constitute on that is not of this world according to the prophecy, but after giving it some more thought I realized that instead of creating an actual plant, a flower-shaped mechanism made of alchemical products might fit the description better. So I arrived at my conclusion: a clock in the shape of a flower. The long passage of life brushes past the timepiece, leaving fluttering petals in its wake. The elapsing years steer up the leaves, pushing the needle of time forward. Huh. That's interesting point. Other letters? Guide who will never get lost. Mona. No one can confidently say that they will never get lost, but as long as their wish to guide and help others does not waver, they will become a ship that can traverse the waves eternally. But that's not guide. I didn't perform any divination before writing this letter, but I have a feeling that I will witness the truth behind the prophecy together with you all. So if you need me, just come. Okay, so you're Albedo 2.0. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Before you came to me with this prophecy, it never even crossed my mind that I could be part of this. Well, as you all know, I'm probably the last person you'd think of when it comes to guiding others. I still have a long way to go, and I'm still trying to figure out how to peacefully coexist with everything in the world. But if you are asking me about who can be of help, my friend Fisher and her friend Mona, the astrologists, are both very knowledgeable and brave. I'd say they are probably the ones you're looking for. And that's my answer. Wishing you all good luck. So Fisher came to my mind as well, not with reasoning, and definitely not with ones that we have in the game, but about Bennett to be on the list. My opinion is that his example of sticking to what he believes in and what he wants to do is definitely inspiring. Maybe not leading, but inspiring to others, which I think leading without inspiration is not definitely there in the level that we are looking for. Amber's Letter. Guide is too grand a title for me, but I'd love to be everyone's friend. It's something I think I'm good at, and I'm an attentive listener, so do let me know when you feel lost. To use an analogy, I mean, that's a guide when someone's lost and you help them to get unlost. To use an analogy, I'm like a torch out in the wild that will help illuminate everyone's path so long as it continues to burn bright. That's how a guide will do. Everything written below is not meant for Collei. Dear Collei, if you're reading this, please turn away. I've been worried about Colley lately. She's recovered from the illness, but she still doesn't look all that cheerful. It feels like she still has things she can't let go of. Allow me to write down my wish here. I hope that Colley can uncover the secret behind the prophecy and find her happiness. Wherever she is and whoever she becomes, I'll always be her friend no matter what. We are not the savior and the saved, but simply good friends. Ah, that's very important. Okay, that... I think it's stupid to write it this way. Because she will be so curious about what was told about her. But this thing is definitely something that I think she should read or hear. Okay, Mika's letter. I hope this letter finds you all well. I didn't expect to be asked such a question, which caused quite a headache at first. I only know how to guide people in the geological sense, yeah. But on the journey of life, I'm still the lost kid who needs the guidance of others. That's a very mature thought. Mature. But upon seeing your question, I immediately knew what I can help with. I tried drawing a map showing vegetation distribution for Mr. Tighnari and Miss Colley, as well as a dragon spotting calendar for Mr. Sino. Both are attached below. In the next few days, I will need to patrol with the captain and draw maps for Miss Liza, so I can only support you with my well wishes. My apologies, please forgive me. I hope the map and the list will be of some help to you. Huh. Okay. Other letters. So, one who would never lie. Basically, that's what I'm most interested in, so I'm glad that it became the last one. And Rosaria is the last one that I would... Okay, Sino, you are correct to assume that I seldom lie. This has to do with my upbringing. As a desert dweller who has been living within the academia since my childhood, my usual identity makes it hard for others to trust me, and it would have been harder still if I was not honest. As a result, I learned to talk less and speak no more than what is necessary. Uncovering the secret behind the prophecy may come with its perils. If you need someone who would never lie, I can join you. Yeah, if someone talks less, then they lie less. That's definitely true. Razor. I asked my teacher Lisa to write this letter. It's much better than the ones I wrote. Many thanks. I don't lie. I trust you. Come to me when you need me. I will always be there for you. That's cool. That's cool. That's the straightforward thing. That's and he only says it because he's asked about it. But that's so cool. I don't lie. I trust you. And that means that he doesn't think that we lie either. That's very cool. Okay, I must make one thing clear first. I am not someone who would never lie. Now that's honesty right there. After hearing your question, I thought about many things in the past in earnest and recalled many occasions upon which I lied. I often make up excuses to avoid core practice, but she doesn't, according to others. I also tell white lies too, sometimes to make myself happy and other times to allow myself to give up on some struggles. So she lies to herself. That's an interesting aspect that was not touched upon. The nicest lie I've ever come up with is the one I told Barca, that I didn't want to stay in Mondstadt. Barca responded with another lie, and that was his advice to me. Your current abilities are not suited to life beyond Mondstadt's borders. I can't be the answer to this question, but I suggest that you consider what never lying actually means. Does it mean to never deceive or to never lie with ill intent? For me, it's the truth lies here with this answer, because yeah, definitely not deceiving, pranking others and such. I think that those type of white lies, that is not like lying to ourselves about mostly ourselves, but more like lying to protect someone. You know, not like in serious matter that would be needed to be told. It's more like simple, but those are white lies. So I'm not gonna go into specific, but mostly I think of white lies, but more on this question, more on the nose with this question, that without ill intent. So if a white lie results in misunderstandings or like just telling it because escaping consequences, I wouldn't agree with that. Even though it happens, it even our reflexes, our mind is so freaking cruel with that, and so few people are even comprehending what happens when it comes to that. So it happens even that, but it feels bad afterwards, or if it becomes conscious, which a lot of times it does, at least for me. But I can see that a lot of people, they are so many times lying to themselves just to save themselves unconsciously from the guilt that certain lies, even if those are white lies, cause. Okay, so, but I talked enough on that, so it's a pity that I'm not the one you're looking for, but I believe that someone who sorry that someone who meets the requirements will turn up. Good luck, Rosaria. That's why where is Barbara with all this? About one. Okay, read other letters. Stop reading. Right, or to sucrose.
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world. Tighnari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person. As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
I think we are gonna go with Albedo, because the clock, I don't agree, because that's just shape, and it's anecdotal. I mean, in that regard, that it's like it's a specific for someone's interpretation. Not, I wouldn't feel like someone coming up with a riddle would think of exactly of that. So even her tact or something, kind of flowers that sure, tetra, whatever flowers that she made, I think they would fit the description better.
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get lost. Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tighnari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Sino. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Klee said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Misa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively passed from one person to the next.
Now, in that way, okay, in that way, the hopes and dreams, okay, I can see that, but yeah, then that story never ends. Okay, I can see that.
So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then? You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Really?
Or let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answers might be.
I mean, I have no idea.
Wait! Wait for me!
Right?
Timaeus, what brings you here?
I mean, you know that.
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
Huh?
Huh? This is kinda sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little after you catch your breath?
Of course, of course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain
yeah,
Miss Ying-ar?
Yinar. So that's how you pronounce it. I remember. Oh, that was so obvious that it's her. Okay, rings a bell. Remind me.
Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once, and, well, we've stayed in touch through letters ever since.
Wait, so Ying-ar is the girl from Liyue that Sucrose mentioned earlier?
Uh-huh.
We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-ar the whole time?
That's like... Sometimes writing a letter to someone is like all the time.
No, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of serious topics, like perfumes, potions, alchemy. Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying-ar's heart.
So after that...
Cliff, you were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying-ar?
Paimon, step forward a little bit.
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart, transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that. I know full well that Miss Ying-ar is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once and put my...
Oh, sorry.
Which brings me to the subject of the last few days in the Windblume Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Ying-ar to Mondstadt.
Oh, yeah, she's coming here.
But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
Huh. That would be interesting to see Ying-ar interact with Lisa.
And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me.
Huh?
I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Ying-ar's love if I'm so...
Oh, Timaeus.
I shouldn't keep my hand on the space.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
Alright.
But then what about Ying-ar? Yeah, haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were gonna invite her to Mondstadt.
Well, yes, I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself, to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up in person.
Huh?
I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I've told a single lie in my life.
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus. We won't let your determination go to waste.
Interesting, though. I mean, I'm sus because there's no such thing that nobody told a lie ever. And the shift with importance, but I don't think that Timaeus would be like sus in that way. It's just, it sounds like.
Thank you, Timaeus.
Ah, thank you, everyone. I promise to do everything I can to help.
Okay, so it looks like we found our one who would never lie.
Great! Let's keep it up. On to the other three.
After some discussion, the group decides on a final pick for each of them.
Okay, Paimon will do the honors. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend,
And Timaeus.
and Timaeus.
Huh? Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name, too.
All right. We also have Klee.
That's me!
With Klee here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there?
Albedo, have you figured out your answer?
Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit.
Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous.
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
So you're not allowed to feel nervous?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this.
Actually, I'm a little worried, too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching.
Well, does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scry glass?
According to the prophecy, once we figured out the answer, we should test it at the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait, but where is this lantern?
Oh, we know something about that.
I've already found out where it is.
What?
Hee.
Wow, that's amazing. You really know how to do everything under the sun.
Yeah.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
Follow me.
This is it. We're off to find the sacred location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy.
Yoo-hoo! Alrighty. It's far. Right. Oh, I guess I can only kill one now. Oh, that was two. Hey. Whoa, oh, not down there, up there.
According
further.
to the map, it should be somewhere around here.
Let me take a look.
Oh. Didn't expect that you're talking.
Aww, I don't see any lanterns here. Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the Lantern Utmost Joy actually looks like, right? Maybe we've overlooked something? Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
Exactly. Mantis' note here says we should look up and seek the answer from the sky. Also, interesting because Sucrose's input was a clock, so if it's a certain time, then it could definitely affect each other.
Paimon's reading too. Huh? It says to look
the slip also says, now you should recite the incantation. Paimon, take a look at this.
Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Huh. Paimon read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Look! Look! The wind is blowing!
Oh, that's so venty.
What a strong wind current. Let's ride it up and see where it leads us.
In Celestia.
Huh? We'll have to fly up there? Can someone carry me with them?
Here.
Hmm. All right.
This is the first time I've ever flown like this.
How far? Oh. Oh, it's gonna be Alice again?
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it?
Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost.
Oh, good thinking, Kale. Huh. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
I never would have guessed that such a place could exist. Right above Mondstadt, too.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table. There's even a chair for each side of the lantern, too.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Let me have a closer look.
Probably names.
Take your seat, present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment.
Huh.
Well, as far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What is it, Albedo?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone, please stay clear for a moment.
Okay. Ram vigilantly watches as Albedo conducts.
All questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
How is everything, Albedo?
Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious mechanisms. But I also couldn't find any overt destructive devices.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill the prophecy. Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident answers for the second round.
Huh.
That sounds kind of smart. But why?
I mean, for me it wouldn't, but whatever.
Ah, I get what he means. If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
Okay.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
Matmona feels danger.
Mona, is there something wrong? You're not looking too good.
Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks.
Oh, that was fatal danger.
Thank you for offering, Klee, but that's not quite it. While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin, hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then no. Could that person be?
Mona just shivered. Did she sense some kind of great power?
What do you mean, Mona? Who could it be?
Never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
Don't leave us on the edge like this, Mona.
I'll just do what Albedo said.
Yes, Let's test the hypothesis together, Klee.
Come on, join us, Mona.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world...
You can do it, Sucrose.
Then I would fetch a tetragenic sweet flower.
Okay.
Alright, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will never get lost.
So it was a tetragenic sweet flower at the end, but was that in the shape of a clock, or was that just the tetragenic sweet flower? Huh.
Kale, I hope you found your answer.
My answer is that I will be that guide.
Oh.
For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made it to where I am today.
Huh. But they are giving their second guesses now.
Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a guide that can help others.
Oh, that's I think Albedo is super smart, because they are not sure with their first answers, but they would try to keep that for the second choice. So they are coming with something that they believe in, but just a secondly that they are not that confident with, and probably that would be like the right answer, or it could be. Well, for me it feels like now that the their second answers would be the first. Actually,
I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tighnari, Sino, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
all right. Timaeus believes.
Right. It's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person. I'd like to thank everyone, too, for giving me this opportunity to validate myself.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy. There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings.
Huh. Yeah.
Wait! The lantern just lit up! Whoa! All four sides of the lantern are glowing! Huh?
But all we did was submit a batch of test answers.
Kale, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Oh, alright.
Uh-huh.
What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly?
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
Huh.
No right answer? But how could that be?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
Hey, Rosaria. Oh no.
To think, I never expected you to actually find this place.
Huh.
What? There's someone else here?
We meet again, traveler.
Hey! You're that Outlander we met the other day at Good Hunter!
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows.
Oh, is that so? Then, why do I spy yet another person following in your shadow?
Wait, really?
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
Yeah, and if it is?
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
So you had your eyes on me even then, huh?
Oh, so the
That was
prophecy.
2 whole weeks ago, you know.
The prophecy came from her because she didn't know how to find the answer, so she wanted others to do it for her.
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
Huh? But why? Then, does that mean this wasn't a real prophecy after all?
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all.
Yeah, first guess was.
Ah, so you're B's student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Wait, what?
Well, what are you talking about?
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it. Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very interested in the secret behind this lantern, no? The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Huh? Why did this little thing just light up? How strange.
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you hear me over there?
Mom? Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold.
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to mimic and learn from humanity.
Oh, it's Alice. I'm here too.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people?
They are probably more than one.
So I see everyone's here. Well then, my warmest greetings, everyone.
Are they the answers for the prophecy thingy?
Miss Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
Why she sounds so coy all of a sudden?
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the god of wind himself. Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a really long table.
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place. Was all of this Scarlet's doing?
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this assembly you were talking about earlier?
Oh, Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story.
Is that going to be cinematic? Yeah.
Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the Animo Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs. At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left. But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
That didn't give me real answers.
So this is where the legendary mages held their meetings.
Other than that.
That's right. We often met here to chat and have tea.
Then, what about the part saying that if we light the lantern of utmost joy, we'd receive a supreme blessing?
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy. It's a little embarrassing. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding.
So it was indeed written by all of you.
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions signify 4 individual mages.
I get it, but why is there 7 places to sit?
When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name, Rhindaughter, also known as Gold.
Oh, he was the one who lived in Dragonspine, or experimented or what. He slain the dragon there, or he experimented in Beidou, or something like that. But he's connected to Dragonspine. I remember that one.
If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her.
Oh, it's a her. Now that's a new.
The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study. Okay. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning.
We heard voices, but one of them we thought it was Nahida, and probably was, but maybe it wasn't. It was at the end of the last archipelago quest. But then we had another one at the end of the Sumeru quest that we didn't know, and we still don't know. So it might have been her. Kido? Oh, Kido! I named Scaramouche Kido, so yeah. Kido.
If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, She may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world, and that they would all know each other?
The one who would never lie is me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor. As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
Oh yeah, but I don't remember anything about anything, not even a word. So that's why I stopped basically reading the archives, because I should do it like with in different segments, because I don't remember anything that I read in these archive stuff. So. And that's embarrassing.
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read that book.
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of grief. Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers. Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle. I've always wanted to meet you.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that besides Jay, many other ordinary people were also among you.
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. But you are different. You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors.
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay? She left the Hexen Circle after getting married?
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have known what we meant as soon as she saw the message. We were just asking one thing of her. Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
So, the Supreme Blessing actually meant...
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end are those who will greet us at our journey's destination.
Yeah, the legend that never ends, but it will actually eventually end. Yeah, that's what I'm saying as well. So it's friends and family and people who will miss us when we pass on to the next life, if someone likes to phrase it that way. But basically the end of our journey, I think she's talking about death in some way, in a very romantic way, but it's still whom we met, whom we shared the life with, is what the fulfillment is about, and I agree with that.
Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep us up at night. But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of how many years have passed or how far the distance may be. As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about.
That's very wholesome.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friends.
And also, the sigh from Colette, because that was kind of a message that she can relate with, in that regard, that because she probably knows that friends are a good thing. It's her awkwardness is what makes it problematic for her. But if she can feel that, and she can feel that, it's just more complicated for her to do that. She can feel what Alice is talking about friendship. Then yeah, she has to probably reconsider how she's approaching this question.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with. Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do for today.
And Rosaria left.
Bye, Mom! Todoko says bye, too!
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year?
Yes, it's Windblume again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago that Jay tied the knot. Ah, just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Windblume Festival to the fullest.
Okay. Alice's voice fades and the lantern grows dim. It is once again just a regular piece of decor. Right. For a moment, everyone looks lost in thought, but soon chatter begins to fill the space again. Before long, everyone spreads their gliders to return to Mondstadt.
Whoa! Ah, Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
Right, okay, so let's change from Eula again to a Mondstadt. Who was missing out of all this?
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
So I'm gonna go with Fischl. And also she fits to the end of the... Okay, first let's find the angle. It might be that it was actually the angle. Okay, but now it's not in the middle. Kinda, whatever. Let's do subtle burn, blur. What about? Sweet confident. Save. But we're not finishing just yet. I think this works, maybe. Okay. Let's have it this way. All right. Let's not overdo it. Do I need to? Nope. Alrighty. Huh. He's not well.
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, you know, let it out.
Vomit, man.
I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm just a little glider sick, that's all.
So many problems with you, man.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
Okay. Sure thing.
It sounds like you've still got something on your minds. Why don't you tell us? We're all happy to listen.
It's nothing, really. It's just, well, Alice's story was really interesting and romantic. I won't argue about that. But still, the whole thing wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Of course, I didn't actually expect the supreme blessing to be real, but...
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Windblume Festival's special ambassador. Had I not asked for everyone's help...
If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
Why are you talking about this as if it was a mistake?
Oh, no. I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and we also didn't really get anything out of it.
But I'd say we still learned something new.
Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right? Do you want Kale and I to accompany you?
Oh, Miss Yingar. Well, I mean, I just really don't want her to get mad at me. Now that I've come back to my senses, I really don't know what I should do.
Hey, you three? You may want to look over there.
Oh, she's there.
Huh? Miss Yingar?
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar? I've never met her before.
Yep, that's her. And she actually came all the way to Mondstadt.
I am so sorry, Miss Yingar, but how did you... I mean...
Are you so happy just to see me?
Yep.
Of course I am. I'm so happy that, I don't, sorry, I don't know what to say.
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding.
But
now that I've seen you like this, I suppose I could let you off the hook this time.
I think that scolding sounds very good. I mean, in certain context.
You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then, of course I had to come and find you instead.
Should we go see how they're doing?
Well, I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Oh, really? We'll just leave them alone then.
They look quite happy. Maybe that's what Windblume's all about. The adventure has come to an end. Everyone
I'm
is
so
farewell.
glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
They are leaving, physically leaving. So cool.
I have to say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do.
Are you comparing yourself to everything? Another aspect of this whole thing that we were talking about. Unfortunate that people do. Some people even categorize these things. Like everything has to be measured because we're living in a world where everything is measured. Everything has like points and percentages and ratings and whatnot. It's in some aspect you might find yourself worse or better, but other aspects then the other can, you know, get ahead or, you know, have advantage or disadvantage in some cases, and people are just different. So it's like it's not a race. But people are always, you think that you're better than me, and the other end is like everybody's better than me. I'm not on the level of anyone. So it's like inner conflicts all the time. I mean, one of them, what I was just saying, is more like outer conflicts, and it very much collides when these two extremes. You know, collide? That's what I said already. So it very much collides when these two sides hit each other or whatever. But there's no need for that. So that's the easy thing that's so many times that's all in our heads, and it's not easiest to deal with, but the thing is that you don't have to deal with it. Just let it, and it's also dealing with it. But the thing is that it's not important unless it is actually important. So until there's no actual reason for emphasize on that, it's an uncalled for thing, because there's just no need. I mean, it's not an easy thing. Not everybody can. I mean, everybody can get to that point, but it's the difficulty is to get to that point, not to actually get through what the point is about for people. But because that's the least or the less important thing. The more important is to find that way to cope with that. And it's not that hard if the other part doesn't get in the way. I cannot say that easily. Interesting.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive
That's what I'm
qualities.
saying.
They're just spread over different parts of our personalities.
That was what I was saying.
I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. I'm happy just to have met and become your friend. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. But that's okay too.
Now she's gonna ask for her breath.
Since we are so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say.
Oh, that was so
You just
cute.
need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all.
Oh, she gonna cry.
But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself?
Oh, that's another thing. Oh, that's such a good question. People think that they are already ruined, and that's like because it might take longer because someone wants to change it later in their life, but it's never late. It's just later, you know. The possibility is there. It's maybe a bit a few more obstacles, but the thing is that if you're willing to go for that, or you want to change, and you want to you are there to do the things that are needed for you to change, then nobody will step on in front of you that you cannot. They might cross your way, but then those people are just showing their true colors. You can get by them and go for your life. Actually, it probably makes you stronger and more acceptable for all that stuff that is happening around you, because this is something like exercising something. It's if you encounter and realize more and more around yourself how this works, that just makes it easier to make the journey.
Well, do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilius?
I may have read about that in a book before.
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date. My mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once, all with a smile on her face. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something, as long as you recognize that it's something good for you to do.
Yeah. Yep.
Why don't you give it a try, Kale?
Okay, I'll try my best. They are really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
Well, maybe you shouldn't. Well, isn't it great that they're getting along so well?
I nearly forgot. This is for you.
This texture. Are these seeds?
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. So, I really hope that you'll like them. They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my Windblooms for this year. I wish the Animo Archon could also see how lovely they are.
Thank you. I'll plant them in the Avidia forest and take good care of them.
Kale, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find the time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open to you.
Thank you so much. Really, I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy. Ah, Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect a breath of joy?
Oh yeah.
You're right. I almost forgot. Kale, can you exhale once into this test tube? I will save this breath of joy and use it in my research.
Oh, really? May I?
Of course.
Kale exhales into Sucrose's test tube and the fluid turns a deep violet. A small sparkling cloud then puffs out of the test tube and rises into the air, like marshmallow before it's taken away by the wind. Huh.
Huh? What was that?
Huh?
It was like a little cloud of happiness, and now it flew away.
Huh?
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it, and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my research. Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive your letter.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Yay.
Master Tighnari! Sino!
Well, we're gonna get a joke.
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you.
Wait, for me? Didn't Sino commission this?
Sino wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you challenge him to a duel.
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
Can you believe this guy? Huh. Let's knock him off his high horse.
Oh, really? It's now we have to do.
Wait! I've got something to give you, too.
Huh? Kali has a gift for us?
Yeah! I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small things themed after the Windblume festival.
Oh yeah,
I made these
memories.
bookmarks from some AR
Memories.
roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tighnari, and Sino. During Windblume, Mondstadters offer flowers to the people most important to them. You three are family to me.
Mm-hmm.
But Tighnari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
Well, in this
Now
case,
that was
we
the
can
best
consider
joke.
ourselves as regular siblings. And that should be just fine.
I agree. Oh, and here are some Pithew seeds as well. These are for the Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt.
Whoa, are these really for us?
Thank you, we didn't appreciate it. Score!
So, are these your chosen Windblooms? Mm-hmm, one of them. Both Pithew and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons and future Windblooms together. The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so. I'm so happy to hear you say that. Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there? Huh?
That's like a test tube.
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?
Job of the clouds. Yay! We finished. Behind the bush. College Windblume, Lazarus Swirl. Lazarite Swirl. I got it. Alrighty, so I'm not gonna go for these right now. I have like 10 days to do that. Also, I haven't done these. I mean, okay,
Another universe and
not close enough. For now, oh, I'm going the wrong direction. Oh, these two are still lingering together. Okay, can make 3.
Am I? Am I dreaming? Miss Ying-ar, you really came all the way to Mondstadt to see me? Why were you willing to make the trip? I still can't believe it.
Why wouldn't I want to come see you, It's not like a quick trip from Liyue to Mondstadt is completely unheard of or anything. Also, isn't it time for you to drop the miss and just call me Ying-ar?
Ying-ar. Ying-ar. I think I still need some time to get used to calling you that.
Look at you, already so flustered. And we're just getting started.
Oh.
No, I...
Why would you say no to that?
I'm just overwhelmed with happiness. Thank you so much for coming to see me for Windblume.
Right, try talking to Timus, leave them alone. I'm curious because I think it would just give me the usual. Yeah. As I thought.
Could that be referring to the real Windblume?
Uh-huh.
Ad Astra Abyssal.
Ad Astra Abyssal. Alright, so that's gonna be an end. This Windblume story was very good, but I said why. It kept me interesting. Other than that, not really. So if someone is not interested in that one, then it wasn't. But as the subject's personality things that it touched, those are really up my alley. So because of that, and it was very condensed in that regard, that it didn't make it too convoluted like I did. So yeah, I really like both Sucrose and Kalei in this one.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, main Fräulein.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like Fischl in this storyline, because she was nowhere to be found. But anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.